What's going on, good people? Okay, so today we're gonna have a very transparent conversation. I'm gonna put you all in my business, but I am telling this story hopefully to inspire someone or just get someone to understand where they're at, even if they're in a bad place or they're on their way or God is working on them, like just to ignite change maybe. But I'm not the one to judge anyone because honey, I've done what I've done, and it's by the grace of God that I'm not locked up. It's by the grace of God that I'm not in jail. It's by the grace of God I'm not dead. It's by the grace of God that I still got all my senses. But I want to share this, and I really don't care what comes back on it because I know whoever needs to hear it is going to hear it. So there was always a saying that my mom would tell me, and she would say, you know where you've been, but you don't know where you're going. And it's a good saying and it's a bad saying now that I'm getting older, because it was all about don't burn your bridges. You never know when you're going to have to cross back over them. You never know when you're going to have to go backwards. You never know when you might need someone that, you harmed or did wrong to. So always carry yourself accordingly, because you know where you've been, but you don't know where you're going. So through my life, I've seen that come to fruition in good and bad ways. So I think I've always had that in the back of my head, and I want to kind of delete that out of my life skills or whatever, because no one knows where they're going. No one knows their path. No one knows what tomorrow brings. That's why we should focus on today. And I'm going to make this a part 1 and part 2 because I want to go into this a little further before I do my big reveal. But in saying don't burn your bridges means that you have faith in something else besides God, because God is the bridge over troubled water, and God knows everything that you're going to do before you do it. You're the only one that doesn't know. So I find more comfort in embracing where I'm at. I find more comfort in saying I will be okay no matter what, no matter how the situation looks. I find comfort in saying I will trust God and not man, and not people who I think I might need later on. I will not trust this job. I will not trust my friend that say they got my back. I will not trust money, success, popularity. I won't trust any of that, and I'm not going to feel like I need to handle it with care if it is denying my growth. So I think we need to stop worrying about burning bridges. I think we need to stop worrying about, well, what if it doesn't work out? I think we should stop worrying about, can I really do this? Should I really not do that? Should I keep involving myself with this person just because I'm scared of the unknown? And every day that you wake up is unknown. The only thing that's known is that God woke you up, and that he woke you up for a reason. And we pray that you find that reason and get closer to that reason. So I never, ever, ever, ever want my daughter to be scared to move in her faith, her purpose, and in who she is, especially if it's better, because she's scared to let something go that is not good anyway. So we have to rely on God and not rely on bridges. We have to rely on who God says he is. We even rely on God's reputation in our past to understand that he will be there again. He will come through again. He will make sure I'm okay again. He will rescue me again. And so in knowing that, there's no reason to say, oh, I can't let that go, or I'm not going to put all my eggs in that basket because I don't know, I might need to go back to that. We have to trust that wherever God is going to take us is for the better. We have to trust that wherever he has took us out of, we don't need to go back. It's very few incidents in the Bible where they go back anywhere. It's always forward, or it's always staying present where God puts you. There's a Bible verse that my daddy used to always tell me, even a dog licks his own vomit. Only a dog licks his own vomit. And it's like, you have more sense than a dog. You have more sense to eat something you just threw up, to eat it again, to throw it up again, to eat it again. Like, God gave us common sense. He gave us wisdom. He gave us character and understanding, that and self-reliance, that I don't have to eat something that's making me sick. I don't have to do something that's making me sick. I don't have to rely on something that's making me sick, whether it's physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, emotionally. I do not have to rely on anything that's making me sick. I have the wisdom to know that I don't have to do that. So in believing in God and trusting in God, I don't have to worry about that bridge. I don't have to worry about that thing I've been depending on. I don't have to keep involving myself or keep myself relevant in a different world than I want to be, or that I am. And presently, I'm in a great place. Presently, I am growing spiritually. I am motivated. I found my purpose. I am in a good spot. And so for me to be scared to let something else go that I know I could depend on, and just say those words, because I have to be able to do that if I say I am who I am. So I guess this title of this video, which has changed because I'm about to do a part 2 right after this, is don't worry about your bridges. Don't worry about your safety net. Don't worry about any of that, because God is greater than all of that. So just a preview. The second part of this video, which was supposed to be the first part, is going to be why I can finally say the words that I would never be a stripper again. So stay tuned.